am so glad you are here. It is Magical Tuesday in my world. I'm Liz. Let's talk about figure candles, specifically the pink ones. So, why use figure candles? Usually, you're using a figure candle because you're working on yourself or your relationships with other people. And it's just a very direct representation of what you're working on. Why pink? Well, a pink finger candle often is about compassion, love, not passion, that's different color, love. So the relationship part of a romance, or friendships, family relationships, anything where love, compassion, and healing are important to you. Absolutely a good candle to grab if what you're working on is healing your emotional wounds from old relationships, or even relationships that are ongoing but have maybe a tragic past. I'm thinking really of family relationships when I think about that, because those are the relationships that most of us feel like we are more or less stuck with. We can cut people out of our lives, but we might not want to cut them completely out, but still need to heal. That's what this kind of candle is for. So how do you use this little baby? Well, it's pretty easy. You're going to light it, obviously. You might anoint it with an oil that suits your purposes. Maybe you want to improve communication with a parent or a boss, and you just want an easier, more fluid relationship. You might choose a little spearmint oil to sweeten the language that everyone uses when they're together. You also might pick something that you think would grease the wheels and help everybody get along better. Doesn't have to be spearmint. There are a variety of herbs that get used for that and a variety of oils. You could infuse a little agrimony herb into an oil to anoint this candle. What do I mean by infuse? Really just means you let the agrimony and the oil hang out together for a few weeks while the oil absorbs the properties of the herb, in this case, agrimony. Agrimony is great when there are relationships that have uneven power dynamics. And that's inherent in parent-child relationships, boss-worker relationships, anything along those lines. If you don't think it's quite right, agrimony might be your best bet. And then you can anoint this. If you're in a hurry, you can heat the oil up a little, stir the herbs in, walk away. When they're cool, you can work with the oil and it'll work. Shorter shelf life though. Cold is better. Cold also gives you the chance every day to reinforce what that oil is about by walking up to the jar you've put it in, giving it a quick shake, and remembering why you're making the oil. You're putting your own energy, your own will into that oil at that point. But when you're ready, you're going to dress the candle with it. Usually we start from the middle of the candle and go outward. Light that candle and look at it. I prefer the watch it method, where you meditate on what you want, whether you're saying something out loud or singing something out loud, or silently focusing on what your goal is for the reason you're burning the candle. So let's say you just want a better relationship with your partner. This is what we're burning the candle for. Gives your mind a little time to work subconsciously on the issue, and maybe you come up with a better solution, and it lets you know and understand that what you want is a happy home, a good relationship with that person. That's if you're burning it on its own. If you're burning it with another candle, maybe you have a candle for the partner. I would recommend, if you're working on bringing the relationship closer, starting with the candles apart, anointing them, lighting them, concentrate on your goal while they burn for as long as you're able to meditate. And if that's 15 minutes or 20 minutes, that's great. If it's 5 and that's pushing it, just do 5. Do what you can do. Then put the candles out. And tomorrow, you're going to do it again, but when you do it the next day, you're going to move the candles a little closer. And you're going to do that every day while you burn these candles until they are actually together. Easy to use, super simple. Choose the pink one for compassion, love, and healing, especially emotional healing. That's my time, folks. So on behalf of myself, Liz, and all of the staff here at Magus Books and Herbs at 2520 in Minneapolis on Central Avenue Northeast, and at magusbooks.com, we thank you. Thank you for all the magical things you do every day with these tools, with these thoughts, and by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and all of those wonderful things. Blessed be for now. We'll see you soon.